Hello again team, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin and welcome back for my week 18 plan with me. As I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, this layout is being set up in my R&D bujo rather than my regular bullet journal. That's just because for April I'm using dailies instead of weeklies. Having a look at the layout that I set up last week, as you can see it hasn't been used because this isn't my regular journal. And similarly, the layout that I set up today is also not going to get used. Before we jump into it though, just a reminder that as per usual, any of the equipment I use in today's setup is linked in the description box below. Not including the sketching, this layout took about 18 minutes. So if we were to add the sketching on top of that, that's probably closer to 22 to 25 minutes. The most time-consuming part of this was certainly the lettering in the center. Mostly because I wanted to make sure that the width of each stroke in each letter was roughly the same. Setting up these layouts in my R&D bujo over the past couple of weeks has been an interesting experience. It's kind of weird putting effort into something that I'm not actually going to use mostly. But it's also been cool getting to try out some layouts that I wouldn't typically use. This is going to be the last weekly setup that I do in my R&D bujo for a while, because next week I'll be going back to setting up weekly spreads that I will be using. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to get back into weeklies. As much as I've had fun doing my dailies, I do miss being able to write out a running to-do list for the week, and then also jotting down notes for the days that are coming up later in the week. Especially with the craziness that is remote teaching, I think that kind of structure is going to be very useful to me. When I was setting up this layout, I was honestly so surprised that next week is the start of May. Where did April go? You know when time feels like it's both dragging on but also going way too quickly? That is what April was for me. Well, I say was, we still have like 7 days left of it, but still. It's crazy to think that we're almost a full third of the way through 2020. With all that said though, with it almost being May, that means that I only have 2 months left in my current bullet journal. It's always around this time that I start to get really excited and eager to set up my new journal. I do make myself hold off until June, but this is when I start brainstorming what I might want to include. Along those lines, I would love to know what are some of the pages that you guys always include when you set up a new journal. What are some of the collections or trackers or whatever else that you guys always like to put in or you find really helpful? The thing that I'm really considering at the moment is how I'm going to be featuring my future log, because I found that the future log is just something that I can't seem to get right. I've tried it a variety of different ways and none of them have really worked for me. It's gonna need some more thought. Alrighty, so we have a space for each day of the week and a space for notes. Honestly, this layout probably isn't something that I would use, just because of the balance of space for each of the boxes. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday are a fair bit smaller than the other boxes we have. Of course, I've only broken this one up into 8 segments. You could technically break it up into 10 and have some sections for a couple of other things. Or tweak in particular where these dividers are so that the boxes could be a little bit more equal. Overall though, I don't think it looks too bad. Thank you for watching team. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you wanted to see more from me, feel free to go check out one of my other videos. Until next time, bye!